stuff. That's what you break through
at the right time that helped me get to next levels. And
going into walking again, I think about it every day, I visualize it, I pray about it, I talk
or something that you're really focusing on. Because if you don't have like a point of focus,
and there was a point in time in my life where a day like today, I'd probably...
Why be miserable just because that's my unchangeable circumstance? And I said,
the whole situation is very confusing.
I'm not dumb, but I'm not high IQ. I'm not incredibly gifted or talented. I really...
Dad, because my parents were concerned, the doctors were concerned, I said, I promise I'll be the happiest person you've
have an appreciation for true struggle, because our physical struggle with what our bodies are designed.
I don't know, man. Here's the truth,
because I was so happy. I told my dad, I said, Dad, there's
difficult in this unnatural position all day. I think the whole...
By the wayside, I think the answer is this. I really do love people. I love
damage, and I went, well, can't change it. And the doctors thought I was delusional.
Important to have like either a discipline or an art or something that you're trying to create
in the space, but there are, a lot of guys are...
And I said, and I've imagined that possibility. Okay, I'm in a wheelchair the rest of my life. I promise.
It really manifests itself when you're sitting in front of a cubicle, in front of a computer on a cubicle.
So I just feel like I spent the first half of my life kind of building my...
But I do know that that's what I want, so I've accepted the worst case scenario. I'm at peace with it. And all of my energy is
designed for the caveman of 10,000 plus years ago. Our bodies are still designed for that. That physical struggle doesn't...
Podcast today. I'm recording 3 shows of my own tomorrow.
Again, I had 11 broken bones, permanent brain
breakthrough with hard work and concentration and focus, and that's why it's so important.
My dream and kind of my resume, and I want to spill the second half of my life.
Routine x-rays. And they said, we don't know how to explain this, but
focus as a human. I think it's very hard to get through this life and with discipline. That's where you
love helping people, and I didn't get to where I am alone. I'm not that bright of a guy.
Possibilities. Number one, the doctors are right, and I'll never walk.
Need in order to have what you would call
just be sitting on this beach, and now those, that's sort of gone.
5 minutes. I woke up. I was told I would never walk. Rule number 2 is I will walk again, and I don't even know if it's possible
for the human body, and we don't get the tests that we
themselves over and over and over, and
I proceed in a wheelchair because I'm in a wheelchair either way. I'll be happy. I'll be grateful.
Okay, but say if you had like a 20-year-old and he just
had a series of mentors enter my life, most of which all
personal sovereignty. So you got to impose those tests.
Your body is healing so quickly. We're going to let you
stretch my vision and think bigger and course correct me.
It's your first step tomorrow. And that was 3 weeks after the accident. It went from like never walking
on yourself.
Say if you had a kid, obviously you do have a kid.
And I don't mean that negatively to anybody who else. Myself this all the time. I'm doing 7.
Talk about imagine it. And a week later, the doctors came in with